Woody, just the first 3 games, just overall assessment, what do you think about the way this defense is, especially in terms of TFLs and sacks?
I definitely think the defense is playing well, but so is the offense. I mean, the offense, they're going out and they're scoring every possession, and we're just getting stops. Which I guess it's kind of like a competition. See how many stops we can get and see if they can score a touchdown every possession. So.
What's it been like, just the aggressive nature of the defense to lead the nations in TFLs? You guys are getting a little bit of a reputation. What's that been like for you?
It's definitely a little different than last year, just because the calls we're running, we're able to get into the backfield and like corners are triggering on plays and stuff like that. So I mean, just that aggressive mindset, we just got to keep it.
You guys' coverage, I was talking to Ted Roof today about that. You guys' coverage in the back is really helping with the quarterback sacks. Obviously, they work hand in hand, but specific to what you guys have done so far through 3 games. Are there examples where somebody broke open and got away, and you know what I mean?
Not that I know of. I mean, I think we're doing a pretty good job covering guys, and the D-line is doing a great job just getting to the quarterback. I think it's usually a play is 4 seconds, and I think we're getting it in 2 or 3, so yeah. It's good for everybody.
And a lot of those coverage on the back end?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
So you feel like that's just, you talked about the aggressiveness and the difference between last year's defense and this year's. So you feel like that's the number one thing that has gone into the way that y'all play defensively compared to a year ago?
I would say that, and just the discipline that we're playing with. Everybody standing there in their appropriate gap, and then guys are just covering well. So I think it's giving the quarterback trouble. He can't throw the ball, so it's giving the D-line a chance to get back there.
You guys had 12 straight stops Saturday. What does that do for a defense's confidence?
It definitely boosted. Just getting stops, it helps out the offense as well, because we're getting stops on the minus territory, so they're getting the ball pretty quick, and they're going to score quick, so we're not getting tired or anything like that.
I remember there was such an emphasis on turnovers in the past, turnovers that sometimes came, sometimes didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Is there still that emphasis, or is it
it
less about turnovers than just getting a stop?
No, it's for sure about turnovers. I mean, the main goal is to get the ball back to the offense, so whether we get a stop or we get a turnover, it really doesn't matter. But
what's it been like seeing Jaden Davis get his confidence back?
It's definitely great. That's one of my best friends, so for him to be able to play like he's been playing is good.
Did you notice how difficult last year was for him?
Yes, sir, for sure.
How?
Just after practice and things like that, he didn't ever get any extra work or anything like that. It was more like practice and then kind of just go home. And I think this year, him getting the extra stuff after practice and him just playing well, it definitely boosts his confidence. And as far as Coach Venables and all those other coaches coming in.
Just on the 3-man front and how you're able to bring blitzers from different angles now. How much fun is it as defense when you introduce that and allow playmakers to come from all over the place?
It's definitely fun. I mean, I get to blitz. I blitzed a couple of times this season, so it's always fun being able to blitz as a corner. You don't get to do it often, so.
A lot of corner blitzes last year? Or?
Nah, not really. I would say we only had probably 2 in the entire play calls.
How much different is it to have your head coach be out in the middle of the defensive huddles, getting on the whiteboard, stuff like that, help you guys make those adjustments?
Definitely different, because previous years we had an offensive coach, so for our head coach to be a defensive guy, he kind of runs the meetings and all those different things, so it definitely helps us be more locked in.
Does that help kind of instill that confidence in those adjustments mid-game when things aren't necessarily going?
Definitely, because I mean, it's Coach Venables, so it's one of the greatest defensive coordinators ever, and now he's the head coach at your school, so just him being able to coach us, it definitely keeps us locked in and disciplined.
Woody, how much better do you feel like this defense can be, and what are some of the areas that you feel like you can make big jumps in?
I feel like we got a lot of improvement. I mean, it's just 3 games in, so we got plenty more ball to play, and I think we have improvement everywhere, whether it's the back end or it's the D-line, we can always improve.
But it seems like you guys are covering well, though. You know, wide receivers aren't beating you guys. How well do you think it's going right now in that coverage game?
It's definitely going great. I mean, I feel like that locks in. I mean, that contributes to us not just playing man every play. Yeah. We're running different zones and different cover 3s and cover 2s and all those different calls. So I think it kind of takes a load off us because we don't have to cover a guy every play. And we kind of match coverages. So we're matching coverages in cover 2. So guys aren't going to get open.
Reggie Grimes, Ethan Downs leading the team in sacks. Just your thoughts on the way those 2 are playing at their position?
They're definitely playing great. Like I said, it contributes to us and the D-line. If they're getting sacks, then we don't have to cover as long. And if we're covering well, and it's going to help them get to the quarterback. So.
What about Kansas State's offense? It's so much run game, leverage and things, and yet they'll try to surprise you in the pass. Talk about the difficulty it is in your position to trying to play against this offense?
You just got to have good eye discipline the entire game. Like you said, they're going to run the ball and then they're going to try to sneak in some passes. So you just got to play with good eye discipline. If we do that, we'll play well.
Having Key Lawrence back in the secondary this week, how much of a difference did that make collectively for you guys as a group on the back end?
It made a huge difference because Key's a playmaker. He gets the ball and he's going to make plays. And when he does get to the ball, he's going to punch the ball out, as you've seen last game and Kansas last year and a couple more games from last year. Having him out there is definitely great.
How unique is it, and what are the challenges of preparing for a quarterback that you faced now for the second consecutive week, but facing him with a different team?
It's definitely challenging. I mean, he's a good runner, and he passes the ball well down the field. So it's definitely going to be a challenge, but I think we're up for it.
Can you tell how much difference he is in this offense with K-State versus what he was doing a year ago?
Honestly, I think this offense fits him better because they have a lot of quarterback run game and they got a good running back that's going to be able to run the ball as well. So I think it fits him a lot better.
I feel like you guys have made the progress that you need to step into Big 12 conference play?
Yes, sir, for sure. Yeah.
Based on the way the defense is playing right now, and we have a lot of confidence in just the way the offense is playing. If they keep playing how they're playing and we keep playing how they're playing, we're going to have a great year. Thank you.
Thanks, Woody. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
There's no problem.
Have a great day, man.
Have a good one, man.